Let me get my paper. Let's see, can you guys see? Yep. And if I miss any questions, I will go back and read them. But let's get started, sharks. Because I know you guys are busy. You guys probably at lunch. So, when I first get it, I go get my little measuring thing. And I measure. Just to make sure that I have the proper bleed that I want. So, you can go about 15.5 for your bleed. Just in case if you want more, it's fine. Then we're going to go over here. It's about a little bit under 11, so we'll just make it 11. And let's say you want something to go right here between the paws. Where the paws, the arms go. So as long as it's under 4 inches wide, you can nicely place it right there. All right. Now the front, because you have the collar area, you're going to have to put something in there that doesn't bleed through because it is all polyester. So it will get everywhere. So the same thing, this one, about 16 inches because you got to go to the seam. So these are real cute. So I'm going to just put the name on it. So let me go ahead and put paper inside. Depending on what kind of paper you're using, if it's parchment paper, craft paper, copy paper, you probably got to make sure you put a few sheets in, then it doesn't bleed out. Because, like I said, everything is polyester. So this, if you don't want nothing here, you're going to have to put a paper inside. And you definitely want some paper in the arms areas. So let me get, I folded this twice. I already checked my pressure before I turned my heat press on. And what you can do also, if you want, you can put heat tape right here. Then your transfer doesn't get there, so it's okay. It's not going to ruin it if you want to do that. If you can't get your paper, to line up right there, you can do that. And usually I can get it good on one side, and then I have to put another paper on the other side. These do not need any jigs or anything. So let's go ahead and put this right here. We're going to go right there. All right, and then I'm going to put a paper right here because that is still open. So another 2 sheets. We're going to put it just to make sure. We'll put one right there because this one is. I'm going to move it up to make sure. And then the other thing we forgot to do is you want a lint roll, because just in case what temp, the highest temp and all that, you might get the little blue fibers. And he always sends a pressing guide. You can use it as a reference, make adjustments, put your own next to it, then you know what you have done it on. Because you always got to have those little things to write on, that's for sure. All right, so make sure you lint roll. This is from the Dollar Tree, real cheap one. You don't need one that pulls out the fabric, just picks up the lint. So if you're not going to do a full bleed, you definitely want a lint roll. But I'm going to do a full bleed. And let's see if the heat press is even ready. And it is there. So my heat press is Signature Series from Heat Press Nation. And I'm going to do it at 385, 45 seconds, medium to heavy pressure. You don't need to smush the heck out of it. If you do, smush it too much, you're going to get little rings right here, transfer to the front. I seen one video, they put like a kitchen towel in there to soften it, and that came out pretty good. So you just have to do your own testing and everything. Hello. I'm so happy you're able to join. So here's my 11 by 17 paper. So I folded it right here because that's where I'm going to cut it, because that's where it is open. And I don't need to have all that. So I want at least shorten my transfer, then it doesn't bleed where it doesn't need to. Just in case the paper, you know. All right. I'm glad you didn't miss it. Hopefully you're not in the rain. You're at home all nice and warm. Or at work all nice and warm. So I went ahead and trimmed it. So make sure you have enough. All right. So I'm going to feel the sides. Make sure it's all covered. That's the most important. You don't have the little white things popping out. You can also tape it down if you want. But make sure you feel the sides. All right, just to make sure that it's all covered. Feel the seams, and let's drop it like it's hot. Let's go. 45 seconds. Medium to heavy pressure. It was cold in my house when I woke up. It was 68. I didn't want to get out of bed, so I was like, let me turn the heat press on. Warm up my house. Hey! Glad you guys joined. Let me know if you have any questions. If you missed, you can always catch the replay. Remember, the dog tanks are on the website as clearance. It doesn't mean he's not going to carry them anymore. He needs to make room for the new product coming in. So if you buy a 6-pack, you definitely save. Remember that 6-pack is one size. If you want different sizes, you're going to have to buy them individually. But the dog tanks are on clearance, under the clearance section, or you can go to the dog tank. Let's see. Woo! Pretty! Yes. They are on clearance. You gotta make sure. You can do one for Valentine's for your pet, Easter, St. Patrick's Day. You can do one for Father's Day, Mother's Day. You know, because we all treat our pets like family. Look at this. Oh, I was like, what? Let me take that paper out right here. There we go. So here you go. Look at. So like I said, right here on the sides, you could have put heat tape right here on the seams. Then it wouldn't get there. But you got to make sure you have paper inside. Then it doesn't bleed. Okay, so now we're going to change our paper. And do another one. Okay, so remember, the neck, it's open. You got to put some paper in there. We don't need no paper inside now because it's not going to bleed through. There's no holes besides the neck. So, let's get some paper. Oh, let's use this. I got these for my socks. You know me. You got to have sock papers. So, I'm going to just fold it. And then I'm going to just shove it in there. Just like that. And like I said, if you want, you can put heat tape right here on the inside of the collar on this one. Then it doesn't get on it. You know, if you want to make sure it's clean, you can do that. Because sometimes, you know, the paper wants to do its own thing. All right. So here we go. So no, you don't need paper inside for this side because there's nothing open but the neck. All right. We're doing the same pattern, but I added a name. So what I did was how to do the name. is I used his free template that he offers on his website, downloaded it, I measured my physical item and made sure that those measurements added up to what was in the computer. And I just went down from the neck collar, and I wanted the name between the arms. So it's gonna go right there on the chest. And that's what I did, and I measured across, because you can feel it. So I think I made it the name about 5 wide. So let's see if I'm gonna be able to line it up. I have to scoot it up too. Let me see. Okay, make sure you feel and all that. So his name is right there. Let me fold the paper a little bit and give it a pinch on the top, then I can see where my middle is. Yes, they are on clearance. Yes. If you buy the in the pack, you'll save. If you buy the 6-pack, you'll save, I believe it, if I did the math right, 12 bucks if you buy a 6-pack. Hello, hello. I'm so glad you guys joined. It doesn't seem like then I'm talking to myself. All right, so let me feel. Let me make sure my name is where I want it to be. Okay. And you don't need a jig or anything. You just got to make sure, depending on what kind of paper, craft paper you use, depending on the thickness of it, you might need to put a couple sheets in. All right, so I got the neck collar, got paper in it. Make sure your heat press is back to what it needs to be before you press again. And let's go. 45 seconds. Remember, he gives you a pressing guide, but you can write on it, make your own adjustments if needed. Every heat press is different. I do between this one, 380, 385. This all depends if your heat press runs hot or on the cool side. But you don't want to have any white spots or anything. You don't really want to smush the heck out of it either, because the opening for the arms, those little seams will have the indent. But I'm sure if you wash it, it should come off. So let's see what this front looks like. Got 4 seconds. Whoop whoop. All right. Let me shut this off. Woo. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, let me take the paper from the neck area. Take that out. Beautiful. There we go. So there you go. So here's the, yes, the pressing guide is awesome. So make sure you put paper here. You can put tape on the seams if you want. Make sure you put paper here where it's open. And then put paper in the neck collar. You're probably going to need a couple sheets to make sure that it doesn't bleed through, especially if you're going to have if you're going to do a lot of pressure. So you just got to make sure. I did one butcher paper folded in half and then just threw another, so like 3 or so. But these are on clearance right now. So my daughter's over here pointing stuff. So these are on clearance right now for a 6-pack. You'll save 12 bucks. You get one size though. But super easy to press. Super easy. So thank you guys for watching. Is there any more questions? So just make sure you put your paper inside, your craft paper, parchment paper. Make sure it's nice in there. You can tape the seams if you don't want this right here, because I didn't tape it. So there's so that's going to transfer because this is 100% polyester. So see how my paper got right there? So, but it didn't bleed through. Oh, right here. So just make sure you put enough paper inside, like medium to firm pressure. Thank you, thank you. All right, you guys. Until next time, stay dry, stay warm. Enjoy your Thursday. Yes, it does. Because if you add it up, 7 times 6 is 42. So if it's 30 bucks, you save, what are you doing? Sorry. Yeah, because there's 7, depending on what size you're getting. The price might vary for the bigger ones because they do go up to, I believe, 7X. So, and then extra small. So make sure you guys read the sizing chart and the breed, and make sure you measure your dog to see, because not every animal is shaped the same. All right, you guys. Until next time. Happy New Year's. First live video for the new year. Let's get it. Thanks, sharks. Till next time. Have a great one.